Okay, today Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and today I'll talk about the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. So this is relating to MA English Part 1, Poetry by Chaucer, and this is, let's know what is this prologue to the Canterbury Tales. And introduction has not been given here. I tell you about this age. If I go to this name, what? Ah, very good, good. Fire. Well, this is not. Let's see. Let's see. Here, I'll come here. You see this one. And you see, Geoffrey Chaucer. Let me tell you about Geoffrey Chaucer, that part period. Geoffrey Chaucer, you see, 1340 to 1400, and this is question mark is there, maybe not confirmed, but around 1340 he was born, and 1400 he died. Geoffrey. Geoffrey Chaucer, not Geoffrey that we have in our culture. Geoffrey Sahab, it's not that Geoffrey Sahab, it's a Geoffrey. Geoffrey Chaucer made an enormous mark on the language and literature of England, writing in an age when French was widely spoken in educated circles. Chaucer was among the first writers to show that English could be a respectable literary language. Today, his work is considered a cornerstone of English literature. Here I must tell you that England was a small island, and as you know, still it is. It's an island. It's neighboring people from neighboring countries. They kept attacking and conquering this, or what? They've been plundering or conquering this area. So the English people, they were not very strong, not very powerful. They did not have good living conditions, so they were poor. And the people from the neighboring countries, from France, Germany, Dutch, you see many other nations, maybe Spanish, maybe Portuguese, who appeared on the map later. They kept attacking, especially the northern parts. So they kept attacking England time and again. But the last time, the last of this, it was a French who conquered this land for the last time in about 1000, and they ruled, and they kept ruling. You see, the French, they married the local ladies, and you see their children were born here. So still, even then, till 1300 something, 1400, the language there in England was the French, the court language. The people spoke English. English was not considered as mature or the language of the learned people. And the people, to get high positions, they learned French language. So um, Geoffrey also learned this maybe French, and because there are references, and then maybe he learned Italian as well. So as he was, you see, and he could speak uh, languages of other countries. He was appointed as ambassador to the king of England to other places, and he spent his time in Italy, France, maybe Spain, and other parts of Europe. So he studied there other literatures as well. He studied poetry, and he was inspired to write his own ideas, his own views in his own language. So he took to tell the stories. Before this, he produced his work in French, I think, or maybe Italian, but not English. It was for the first time, so he started writing, composing poetry in English as well. So so he was in this way he is supposed to be the father of English poetry because he was the first person to start the poetry um, uh, in his like this composing poetry in English language only. Then why? I see he was inspired to do this. Actually, it's a kind of expression of freedom from foreign rule. Okay, um, the French they kept you see increasing rate of taxes to be collected from the English farmers because the local people were farmers and maybe traders as well. And the French, they kept the increasing the rate um, of taxes, and finally the farmers, the English people, they refused to pay taxes, and that was a kind of revolt. And at the same time, they demanded that English should be the court language, not the French. So indirectly, and they were claiming freedom. Okay, and their demands were accepted. And finally, you see, when English became the court language, that was a much victory for them. And Chaucer also, in those days, he celebrated this victory by writing his poems in English language as well. So um, he was he introduced mature poetry, mature English poetry, and his this prologue to the Canterbury Tales is telling stories in English language his own way. Now we shall see what is this prologue. We shall have a little introduction with this prologue. What is this? Mm, this is what? What is the? No, not this. Not this. Just here is I must give you the comments about this. That introduction to on Chaucer is this is in about the weather conditions of England is that England experiences winter, long winter, and a little sunshine, and summer months are you see summertime period is not very extensive. It's just small, and and at that time summer is a short time period, not like us that we celebrate here 3 months of summer, 3 months. Uh, with the full to our you see mild months are you see 4 months mild, 4 months are harsher, two wind months go to winter and something like that. But England did not have that facility. There's mostly to 8 months they experienced winter, harsh winter. So for this reason, so they are usually confined at home, no activities, outdoor activities. They come to almost nil. People usually, the maximum they move out for their fuel to pick the wood, you see, to keep their homes, you see, warm or fire, and maybe bread, butter, egg. Usually, mostly they made at home, and it was not customary to go and make shopping like that. So when the winter was over, when there were signs of spring season, then people came out. They wanted to greet one another, see one another, and the holy pilgrimage, the pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is the holy journey, going to some holy place. Okay, so that provided an excuse for a long journey. Okay, so people began to travel long to celebrate the spring season, basically, and at the same time, they wanted to thank the holy personalities they believed that had been helpful to them in the miseries of winter to come over. So this is the kind of background you see now. We have learned about Chaucer. He was important. He was holding important offices at you see as an ambassador. So in his normal life, he did not have any problem. He was financially good enough. So here his story begins. I will read the modern English, not the old English. That's a bit difficult to read. One line I read for you. One that April with his showers suit. He means to say when April with its sweet smelling showers. When April comes, there's a drizzling rain or see pleasant sea season, and the water, the spring rain, you see it gives the water. It's a very refreshing ability it has. So the poet says that the water of the rainwater of the spring season has pierced to drought of March to the root. When there's a winter, when there is ice, the water maybe I did not have opportunity to you see uh, reaching the root of the trees, so the water has um, more you see quality to reach the roots of the trees, and bathed every vine of the plants in such liquids. He says that the water of the rain was so life-giving, so energetic that it reached the roots of the trees and plants and made them grow, by which power the flower is created. And this water gave the ability to the plants and flowers that they should grow flowers and leaves on them and get fresh once again to give a happy look. When the west wind also, and he telling about the winds, he says the west winds also with its sweet breath. The west winds are supposed to be very cold, but when spring season begins, these west winds they take a change from harsh to mild or sweet, okay, to pleasantness. In every wood and field has breathed life into. The book says that this, you see, west winds, the west wind have the quality to um, but to blow into the plants and trees and life in them. Okay, in every wood mean trees with the jungles with green trees are the woods. In every wood and field has breathed life into. It seems that the wind was just uh, fusing, what I should say, life, giving life into the plants and trees. Okay, the tender new leaves and the young sun. The wind was giving leaves and flowers to the trees and plants. And there is some young sun. The sun was traveling, has run half its course in Aries. The sun had not yet reached to summer. It started from winter. It was in between half the course it had just yet completed. And small fowls, small birds make melody, and it was time, such a situation, when the pleasant winds were blowing, when these sweet showers were there, and the birds were it was naturally for the bird to sing songs. These that to sleep, and those that to sleep all the night with open eyes. So these birds, normally they down to sleep with two eyes closed. They keep one eye open. This is a characteristic relating to the birds that they sleep like this. So nature incites them in their hearts. And so it is quite natural for the birds that they should be inspired to sing the sweet songs, pleasant songs. Then folk long to go on pilgrimages. And this in such circumstances, in such kind of weather, such kind of weather conditions, it's natural for the people that they should wish to go on a holy journey. And the professional pilgrims to seek foreign shores. And it is also a good opportunity for the businessmen, the traders, the professionals that they should visit new lands to make money from, to try their luck there. Two distant shrines are known in various lands, and people usually go to um, uh, go to shrines of some saints, some holy people, and they to pay homage, to salute, and to express their thanks there, and especially from every shrine's end, every shire's end, and people from different parts of the country, the cities, the towns, and the villages, People from all different parts of the country, they take into their journey to holy shrines, to the shrines, um, we see to the graves of the holy people of England to Canterbury, they travel. Okay, so in such people, they decide to travel from England to Canterbury, and they travel people, they make the journey to Canterbury. Canterbury is also part of England. Okay, so they start there. We'll come to know about the name of the place where they start the journey from. So to seek the holy blessed martyr, martyr is the actually holy death. Martyr is the holy death. So they seek the holy blessed. They seek blessings of the holy people who have died, who helped them when they were sick. People believed that they were sick and it was the holy people. They blessed them with health or peace once again. So they were out on their journey, holy journey, to present themselves to the shrine and to say thank you to the saints. Okay. It happened that in that season, on one day, in such a in at that kind of weather, that kind of season, that it was then it so happened that in Southwark at the Tabard Inn as I lay, that the poet happened to come into Southwark and he was lying there, um, and there was a hotel in Tabard Inn, and he was lying there, he was taking rest there, he was there to spend the night. Ready to go on my journey pilgrimage, the poet was also ready to go on his holy journey to Canterbury with a very devout spirit, and he was feeling very inspired to go there. At night had come into that hostelry. Hostelry means at that hotel they came, a group of people came there, well, 9 and 20 in a company. They were in a group and there were 29 people of various sorts of people by chance fallen. It happens that people, you see, when they pass from different places, people keep joining a group. Okay, so maybe in the beginning there were two, and they got three, four, five, six at different places. So by the time they reached the Tabarin, there were 29. And now the poet would join them, and they would become 30. In fellowship, and they were all pilgrims. As they were on a long journey, they shared their joys and sorrows on the way, and so they became friendly with one another. And they were tolerant to who intended to ride toward Canterbury. All of them, they wanted to go to Canterbury and to say, to salute the Saint Becket. Okay, the bedrooms and the stables were spacious. The poet says that there was good enough space for their lodging and for their animals as well. So they did not have any inconvenience. And we were well accommodated in the best way. The poet says that all the facilities they had at the Tabat Inn, so they did not have any problem. And in brief, when the sun was gone to rest, and the poet says when in the evening time when the sun had set. So what happened then? I had so spoken with every one of them. The poet got a chance to speak to all of them one by one, that I was offered their fellowship straightway, and it was natural for the poet that he became friend with them and made agreement to rise early. And then the poet decided that they should wake up early in the morning to take the journey, to take our way where I will tell you. The poet says that he will tell us that where all of them they decided to go naturally to Canterbury. But nonetheless, while I have time and opportunity, the poet says that still there's time. As there was time still to continue to start the journey. So the poet thinks that he would tell us more. Before I proceed further in this tale, before starting the tale of his journey, he thinks it's better. He wants to make best of the time available at the moment. It seems to me, in accord with reason, the poet says that it is quite reasonable to tell us about that, to tell you all the circumstances, that he should tell us all about the circumstances and the people of each of them, as it seemed to me. Then the circumstances, what circumstances brought each and every one to that Tabarin, the poet wants to tell us about that, as it seemed to me, and who they were and of what the social rank. The poet tells us that, introduces them, what kind of people they were, which class they belonged to, and what was the purpose, that, and also what clothing that they were in, and how they were looking, what kind of dresses they were wearing, and this is. And at a night, and then will I start first here. Night is, the brave person. It's not the night, evening, after evening. This is the night person, okay, who is the commander, the leader, okay, relating to battlefield. So the poet wants to tell us, first of all, he will tell us about the knight, who he was, where he was coming from, how he was looking. Actually, this knight was coming from the battlefield, and he was making his journey right direct to the holy shrine in Canterbury, and he was with his son. Both of them, they were coming from the battlefield. So they were on their way to the shrine of the, what I should say, Saint Becket, to, to present their thanks there. They were not going directly into their home. So still they were in their dress of battle. So this is how he starts. So I shall make another video to introduce each and every character. Until then, I beg leave of you. Have a nice time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.